the internet's lagging or whatever. But I don't think that it is. Washed my hair, let it dry. Just gonna throw it up. That's just how we're gonna do it. What's going on, everybody? My other half is getting something to drink. And I believe maybe a snack. I'm not sure. Anyway, so you have me for right now. How is the lighting? Is it good? Is the lighting good on your end? Sean's got a t-shirt that he got today at Target. Actually, yesterday at Target. And I was going to wash it because I always wash clothes before I wear them.
No.
Sean does not, so he has found it. It is his, let me have this one, baby. He's,
It's my Fleetwood Mac
Fleetwood Mac shirt. And it looks magnificent. So, I was telling him that I have wash and wear hair today.
That's all right. We've been very busy.
Wash and wear hair today. Yeah, we've been very busy this evening trying to make sure all of the animals had everything that they needed. Sawyer, he's like, I made a little
I'm gonna go.
a little thing for our little. See, I think it's frozen already.
It is?
I don't know because it kind of delayed coming on, and I don't see any chat at all.
We'll see. In a minute.
It's not. I hope it's not.
You know what I might have to do?
What?
Shut that PlayStation off because it's downloading.
Not frozen. Okay. It's not frozen.
Are we good?
It appears that we are good.
I'll get this one going, and then we'll be able to see. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you don't want nothing to do with me.
How are you guys? He's like, I want something to do with you when it's time to get serious. I've been trying to slowly put Christmas stuff away today, but I'm the type that as I start to put it away, I'm like, okay, wait, I could get a container for that. Let me go get a container for that. And then I go get a container for it because I'm all about driving my car everywhere. Any excuse I can, I just love it.
I'm going to turn this off and turn it back on.
That might be the best thing. And I don't know if the red light's on with the router or not.
Well, they're saying we're good right here, right?
Yeah, but
I really think it's because I got a game today. I got NBA 2K23. And you know when you put it in the PlayStation, sometimes it's got to download a bunch of stuff. So it might be that. We're about to find out in a minute.
But if they don't say it's frozen, then we might be good. All right, okay. That's perfect. It's called hair gel and throw it up. So we ended up having to go to Walmart. I needed some powder spray and bleach wipes because you guys know the crisp lemon. I keep an ample supply of crisp lemon scented bleach wipes on hand. It's my go-to. So that's what we did. I mean, if there's 39 people watching and no one really chatting, I have a feeling that it's working.
It is working.
Because we'd start to see it go down. But we shall see. Are any of you still eating leftovers from Christmas?
Oh, it popped right out this time.
Yeah. Okay. Are any of you still eating leftovers from Christmas? Like your traditional turkey stuffing, all of that kind of stuff? And how long is too long? Because
hey, Kenzie.
I would
Kenzie said, hey, Mandy and Sean, it's been so long since I've tuned in. Hey, Kenzie.
It's good to see you. It's good to see all of you. See, yours keeps up with the chat better than this one. And the light's okay, right? You guys, you can see us okay?
Twitter said 8:30. It got switched. Let it go.
We were doing like a little bit of a test. This is only a test. No, we were just curious to see what would happen in the creator studio.
Look, now they can see
Fleetwood
Mac. They can see it.
There you go. Fleetwood Mac is not a person, I found out. I really thought that it was. No, I'm not going to tell about that. But I thought it was too. So it could have easily have been me that said that. Because you said it's their last name and first name. One's first name and one's last name or whatever.
Well, Mick Fleetwood was the creator of the band.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna check it. Oh, now it's super fast right now.
The other thing, hey Hope, hey Captain and Mrs. Corley, I love you guys. We match. Hey chat, it's good to see you, Hope. You had to potty, let it go. Did everything come out okay? That's what my parents used to say when anyone in the house said that. Did everything come out okay?
The original band members, Peter Green, named Fleetwood Mac as a combination of the surnames of the two other members, Mick Fleetwood and John McVie.
So they took one, so his first name was Mick?
Mick Fleetwood.
Okay.
And then Fleetwood Mac, John McVie was the other one.
Gotcha.
And Christine McVie.
Cool, a bitsy.
Christine McVie we lost Christine McVie. She passed away like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I did know that. Have my aloe vera water. If there might be some trolls happening through tonight just because of stuff that's going on in the lower echelon of the community.
We are always relevant, people.
Just hide them. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, just hide them and keep it moving.
This is good. This is the watermelon one. So let's get into so I made a little thing for my chicken that can't walk, and Sean was like, it's actually a really good idea. It's so he can drag himself between the two. I guess we could show him.
We can go get it.
Not the chicken, but we can show him what we made.
Go ahead, go get it.
You want me to get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I shall get it. And then we can explain how it is to work. I cleaned the fireplace today, Sean, so we can start another fire.
So, we got really cold over Christmas weekend, everybody all over the country. And so we used up all of our firewood, so we had to go buy more. And that's what we did.
Okay, I'm going to show.
Mandy's going to show you. So we have a chicken that can't walk. So Mandy is building a little contraption so
we
that
like
our little
to
chicken
say
can get along.
We like to say handy able.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is what I did with the hot glue. So these are like an appetizer bowl. Both of these are, and they're hot glued on there because he's able to reach over small bowls for water and for food. So that's like that. And then I have this box, sorry babe, this boot box. And my thought is, so that he can still be with the other ones, is to put it like this with the bedding in it.
I mean, for them to really visualize, they might have to see him.
Yeah, might see him do it. So that's what we got, and he can roll, and sooner or later he's gonna realize what it feels like when he knows he's in the right spot. Because I mean, there's nothing wrong with the sight, but you know what I mean. Because as long as he gets to his water bowl and he gets to his food bowl, my concern is they step on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him. Hold on.
They step on him, and so I want you guys. This has become a whole thing. Thank you. I'm trying. I have this thing where I can't figure out. Like, I can't see the future and what's gonna happen with this chicken. Like, is he gonna be a house chicken? Eventually, can we work and get his legs stronger? Like, that kind of thing. But he eats and drinks like a champ. So we will more than likely let him do his thing as long as he can and accommodate it however we can. Aw. He's got the baby.
Scout didn't go in there, did he?
No, Scout's over here. Scout and Storm are right here. So let's show him to these people. Here we go. Okay, look. Why is he squawking? Come here. Why are you squawking? Can I hold him for a second?
Mm-hmm.
He likes to be.
Sawyer, chill out, buddy. We got it. Sawyer is very
we do our
very
thing.
into taking care of the chickens.
We do our thing with him, and he tries to get his legs stronger. I'll show you in just a second. He's stuck on my shirt. But we adore this little guy. What is that by the light? Oh, like a moth or something. And then we try to get him. Okay, let's say hi. See right here? Say hi.
He looks so tired all the time.
I know.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, that's why we hold him, and he takes naps when we hold him. I think it's just hard for him to get comfortable and go to sleep. So I'll hold him while he sleeps. Your iPhone's not activated.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Hey Lisa, how are you? You're getting some work done? So then he goes to sleep while we hold him, and he goes to sleep. So we're not going to give up on him. We don't give up on him. Is it not letting you back in?
No, it's cool.
Okay.
It actually works better. I think you've been trying to activate, and
all of a sudden maybe our internet. Can the vet not recommend any kind of device or apparatus?
He's too little.
With the one that we found that can work with chickens, he's only like respiratory stuff is pretty much all they specialize in. You want him?
Yeah, he's already sleeping.
I know, that's why I was you're gonna hold him.
Yeah.
So I think I can create one. I just haven't yet. He's fine, Sawyer. Stop.
He's all right, Sawyer Brown. He's gonna.
I just haven't yet, but I'm working on it. One thing at a time. Yeah, he's gonna go to sleep.
He's gonna go night.
He's gonna
go
night.
These little legs right here just don't work so good. They don't work so good.
Yes.
He'll go right to sleep, I think, isn't he?
He will. He'll go to sleep. We didn't make it on last night, obviously. My father-in-law is doing much better, and he is home. Thank you for everyone for your thoughts and prayers. It all happened so suddenly, but yeah, he feels way better now that he's got monitors that hook up to his watch, his Apple Watch. And are they internal? They're internal.
So what happens is he's got them that they're on his watch, and then they're on his phone. And he felt a little sluggish during the weekend. He's my dad has had a couple of heart attacks, and through not like recently in the last year or so, and then when he got COVID, and if y'all remember, he got COVID in 2020, and that's when Mandi and I moved. We were planning a move, but that's when we dropped everything and came on to Georgia. And you remember, we were here 10 months before Mandi went back to Texas and brought all our stuff.
Yay! In Your Dream says, my sailor got here 10 minutes ago.
Wow. That's cool.
That's very cool.
So Dad woke up. It was yesterday morning, and he was feeling lousy. And then the alarm started going off. It said that his pulse was very low.
Oh, wow.
Was too low and too shallow. So he got on the phone, with his doctors, and they said, go to the hospital, and he did. And they decided, by 4:00 yesterday afternoon, he was getting a pacemaker, put in place. So, I got off of work, and we brought dinner over there. And so we got there about 8:00. Finally, we got to the hospital to see him. And he tested positive for the rhino virus. That's like this year's common cold. So because he had the rhino virus, he couldn't have any visitors.
Well, they could only do you had to wear full PPE, the gown, the splash mask, the whole thing. And then it was also becoming the end of visiting hours. But I was like, we just wanted to make sure we got food to his mom and to him or whatever. And he was talking to us from the doorway because we couldn't go in. And he was like, pacemaker. And I was like, we know, we heard.
Yeah.
He already looked like he felt better. He's looked really tired, you know what I mean? Thank you. Recently, he's looked super tired. So I'm glad that he feels better. And I think it's given him a better outlook on, okay, because when you feel crummy for a really long time and it just doesn't seem to get better, then it makes you pretty downtrodden. You know what I mean?
And it's like when I had COVID last year.
He's okay.
Most of the week, I just felt like that I was burnt out from my job and very tired. And it wasn't until I got a really bad sore throat that we decided to test, and I had COVID. And it's just you're sick, you get sick, and then when you finally figure out what you have, you can't believe you went so long without figuring out what you had.
Yeah.
So a little bit the same for Dad.
And I think it's also because we had been vaccinated, and at that time, people were thinking if they were vaccinated, chances are they weren't going to get it. Anyway, it was extremely confusing. But the hospital's a good hospital. He is back home. We'll go run by and see him tomorrow or whatever. His mom looked so tired last night.
Mom, I was more worried about her actually.
So we made sure she got home okay or whatever. And then, as usual, family rallies around. You know what I mean?
Yep. Look, is he tired? Is the chicken sleeping?
Which one?
Right then.
He is. He's absolutely completely asleep. Yeah, Dad Curly's definitely on the mend. And so New Year's will be back on. The main thing that we want to have is a Georgia Bulldog.
Well, everyone's trying to figure out where we're going to watch the Georgia game, and I'm surprised at how insecure Ohio State fans are right now. It is crazy. Now, Ohio State is a good football team. They got their asses beat by Michigan this year in Ohio State, so that was a little surprising. But they still managed to make the playoffs as the 4th seed. But there's like some smack talk, and it's like, just get out there, just get out there and play. It's almost like for a couple weeks, Tennessee was talking some smack, and then Georgia beat the brakes off of them. So it's like, I was surprised because Ohio State is a really, really good team, and they don't need to talk. They'll just go out there and play. It's going to be a really good game.
What happens? So if they win this game, then what's the next one?
So the 4:00 game is Michigan versus TCU. TCU made it into the playoffs. Texas Christian.
Yeah, they're good. Texas State's not, but they are.
TCU and Michigan are number 2 and number 3. They're playing, and then at 8, Georgia plays Ohio State. So the winner of those 2 games will play. Part of me is like, if you believe in conspiracies and you believe that some of this stuff is fixed, they're setting it up where Ohio State can play Michigan again.
Oh, wow.
And, it's just like how they set it up last year for Georgia to play Alabama twice. Alabama beat Georgia in the SEC championship, and then Georgia beat Alabama in the Natty. So,
okay.
Anyway, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a good game. I don't really, when this happened to Dad, it was kind of like, he was on the phone. I'm sitting there talking to my dad before we went to the hospital. It was I got home from work about 6, and I got on the phone with him about 6:30 or 6:40, and he was talking about, in a couple days I should be up and about and weekend. And I was like, Dad, don't even worry about the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't even anything.
If we do it, I'll bring food. I think he likes having especially for sports. He likes to have stitching. Likes to have all of
So we weren't sure. Like, I knew I was going to have 2 days off between Saturday and Monday. I didn't know if and I knew I was going to have Sunday off, but I didn't know if I was going to have Saturday and Sunday off, or I was going to have Sunday and Monday off. Well, today I found out I'll have Saturday and Sunday off. So when I get home from work tomorrow, Mandy's got me until Monday morning. That's kind of nice.
It's very, very nice.
Yes.
We got spoiled to it last weekend, and here we're going to have it again. And that makes it pretty... He's going to probably find another federal job that he doesn't have to work so many hours.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them...
Now that Christmas is over.
I don't have a problem working 40 to 50 hours a week. It's just our not having 2 days together at one time. And,
thank you, Tammy.
And the erratic of the hour. We just didn't know what my hours are going to be. They change.
Yeah, I never knew.
I just miss my wife, man. I just miss her.
I know. I'll text him during the night. I'm like, I miss you.
No. There's nothing like sitting there and you're working in your day, and about 2:30 or 3, you just get this text that says, I miss my husband. And at first I'm like, oh, you miss that's me. That's me,
You're like, I'm the husband. Yeah. Sometimes that's like how I want to like, I think that it'll take you by surprise if I send it like that. Sometimes we do like, I'll make it steamy, or sometimes I just make it like that or whatever. But you get busy during the day and you forget what
Oh, soy brown, it's okay.
to keep in touch like that. Like, it's easy to say, do you need anything from the store? I'm running to the store and this and that. But I like to make sure that the bottom line also is that, tell them that I miss them, because I do, big time. Makes it that much more wonderful when he comes home.
What else is going on, baby?
I'm trying to think.
Hey, did you guys see the mugshot of Letitia?
Oh, she's.
Have you guys see that?
Was that? I'm trying to figure out. I saw it. Has she been extradited yet?
All I know is there's a mugshot floating around, and
Sawyer,
she looks like
okay.
she's put on a lot of weight,
okay.
and she looks really defeated. It's like jail wasn't a good look to her. It's like they weren't putting up with her bullshit, and I think she gets that now. When they take the pictures of her, she's just kind of like, oh my God. Which we knew would happen,
Do you know, like, do we even know what charges she faces where? Like, I have no idea. Like, if I know the one is the falsifying the rape report, and then the other one.
I heard she caught a charge for assaulting like a prison official or something like that.
And everybody kind of agreed that they could see it being like a spit. Like,
she probably did something. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. So
she seems to fall right in line above a poop thrower or something like that. She doesn't get her way. She'll protest
Sawyer is mad because he doesn't like anyone to hold the chicks. He thinks he's the only one.
He's about to get put in that room. I'm about to put him in his own little room.
Michaela's like, it's heartbreaking. He's making noise because he wants him to go back to his room. But he's night-night, puppy. He's warm and night-night.
It's okay, I promise you.
My husband works in the same building as I do, so we have lunch together. It's so nice.
That's
Very cool. That would be really, really nice. I told, let me see. Yeah, I saw it on Al's stream. Oh, the thing. And then Spiked T, you should have seen it. You heard the music, but you didn't know what it was. That face dance? Mm-hmm. Spiked T put it with, like, Jailhouse Blues and stuff, and so it
with
looks,
her face,
yeah, and it looks really like real. It was really good, and
y'all like my chicken necklace right here? No,
he's like,
for y'all that just coming in, that is a baby chicken right there.
Baby chicken that
he's trying to get some night. He's trying to get some sleep.
Have stronger feet.
Yeah.
You don't want me touching his feet. Let's see.
He's like nuzzling. He's nuzzling.
Yeah, she tossed her tray at the guard. Don't ever do that, Leticia. That never goes well.
That doesn't work.
She tossed her tray at the guard, and that is like totally something. Like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like I could see her spitting or doing something like that.
So here's what happens. You tossed your plate at the guard. So not only did you catch a charge, you didn't get to eat.
Yeah.
And I bet you it was because she didn't like her food. I'm guessing.
Or it wasn't vegan.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
She goes, this isn't vegan.
Yeah, they don't have to. Apparently, they don't have to honor it.
Mm-mm. Don't break the law, and then the people, places that will respect your eating habits and your religion and all these things. You break the law, no.
She had some pretty good meals though. When donors from YouTube were like, giving it to her or whatever, she was getting some pretty good meals.
I'm gonna put this one back.
Okay. She had a good thing going for a while.
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
She had a good thing going for a while. He's like, now I'm going back to sleep.
I'm not going.
You
little chicken.
Yes.
He said, my legs don't work.
Thank you, Ace Marie.
My legs don't work.
It says she's looking more like her mom these days. Yeah, and her poor mother, clearly has her own issues and raising those kids with whatever the father was like, we'll never know. But man, her kids they take all of her energy to interact with them. It's insane. You know what I mean? It's like absolutely insane. Yeah, that was a very sweet comment, Ace Marie. And then, okay, so today's Thursday and Friday. I wanted to see Isn't there a new movie coming out tomorrow, like one of the Conjuring movies or something like that? What was that one called that I want to see? Smile?
I think it was Smile.
Well, that one's already on DVD at Walmart. We could have gotten that one. She's looking at a lot of years for tossing her tray. It's a felony. She could do 15 years for doing that. And that's what I don't understand. She obviously doesn't want to be there. She just can't think through.
No, she can't. I'm very proud of my Fleetwood Mac shirt right here. So proud of it.
It's crazy. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, he's that's our little buddy. Every day he eat. You should see him eat. He eats like a champ. So we just like keep
there's gonna come a point with that chicken. Like right now, it's kind of like any kind of small infant animal. You know,
right.
Yeah, and it needs special care. At some point, there's going to be, I was talking to Mandi about it, you know, we can take care of this thing as long as we're here every day and we have our schedule. One of these days, we're going to go on vacation. There's going to have to be some way that we give this bird some type of independence, you know, like where it can look after itself for a day or two. You know, we're trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out what that'll look like, so.
This, I think, I'm trying to see which strand is Karen's.
That's my phone, though.
No, I know, but she sent you one. Remember when we were coordinating the thing the other day? Because mine, I use this to stream, so I don't see the messages necessarily drop by. So she'll message there. But I can't figure out through the threads which one it is. Are people is it busy there because people are returning stuff to stores and things like that?
The what?
Is it busy because the store is like people are returning things back in the mail? Like returning them?
It's not yet. It's kind of like, I mean, I got out of there 5:30 today, 5:15. We think that this week is kind of like the tweener week. And that, who is that?
Someone thinking that it's funny to.
Oh, they want.
Thank you for your money.
Yeah, they want to. What do we have to address? I mean, there's nothing really to address. I mean, I'll take it. We're trying to be drawn into here. You've got a situation where you've got actually 4 YouTubers, and they're like 2 couples. And they both have beef with each other. And somehow, we're trying to get drug into it. Look.
Someone has tagged me in DC as being besties. I don't even...
to keep it really short and to the point, we have turned our attention to somebody that DC media will probably rather talk to than us. And... they're now been put in touch with each other.
It was kind of like a matchmaking service.
It's like a matchmaking thing. So, I mean, it's just...
I completely wanted to be left alone.
Mm-hmm. There was one little comment that was seen, and I don't even know if that was you, but people ran with it and said, "Oh my God, it's this, it's that."
What message?
That little there was like a comment you left at DC's thing.
Oh yeah, I said because the two I'm not going to call them anything having to do with their sexuality, but Savage and not Savage, I was going to say Cabbage Patch, but I'm not going to say that. Yabba and Sam, I kept saying, leave me out of your bullshit. Mm-hmm. Leave me out of your bullshit. Leave me out of your bullshit. It's between you and them. Leave me out of it. And they wouldn't freaking stop.
They don't stop. So
I said, all right, well, I'll send you the goods. The goods were Arabia.
Yeah, so
that's the goods.
Arabia is come back up, called Mandi. I was trying to get a screenshot of the phone to show that we were talking to her.
She's got way more.
And it's like,
way more than you.
She's more credible than we are. So we just put them in touch with one another, and that's that.
When I said, I'm going to send the goods, game on, because she was once again talking about me. I don't know why people think that by showing that comment, that flies around, that I'm supposed to be in any way upset about that because I don't really know a whole lot about DC media, nor do I need to, or what the beef is. I just know when it got going, my name started being brought up. Again, if someone brings my name up in something, that does not mean that I'm involved in it. It could mean you're being trolled. So when someone comes forward and starts saying, well, she's going to be there, she knows everything, and this was before I even left that comment, people let themselves be trolled or be convinced that that's the case. So they kind of throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak. And then that just makes it multiply. The other thing is Foodie Beauty is doing her thing over there in Kuwait. She's not breaking down. She's not raging. She's boring. And there's a lot of people that are making their house payments and paying their bills on her raging and going crazy.
Yeah. Well, reviewing her. When there's no content going on, they got to find something else to do. I was surprised that with that union over there with Yob and Sam, that this has not happened more frequently, not with us, but just in general. I mean, we learned a lot. Mandy and I were both friends with Sam, right? When Mandy and I got together, you could tell it hurt Sam in some regard. I'm just going to say it. It's really kind of consistent with kind of like someone that's got abandonment issues. I mean, I was probably better friends with Sam than I was with Mandy.
Yeah, I would say that.
And then when Mandy and I just started talking and it took a turn, I mean, Sam was the very first person that we told because she was our friend. And she seemed to be like, whatever about it. Sam was one of the very first people when Evita happened, when I left my ex. There was 3 people that I had talked to, through text that evening or into that next morning. One was Sam, one was Mandy, and one, ironically, was Mama Beth, right? And Sam was, Sam at that time was like, you got to get out from this relationship. We showed this. If you guys remember, she was trying to claim that she was always on my ex's side, but then we showed the proof that that wasn't true. The point is we were both friends with Sam. For whatever reason, and it's kind of consistent with people that have abandonment issues or whatever, when we got together, it hurt her some way. It hurt her feelings. And y'all remember, she immediately started going for me. Mandy was on the boardroom with her. And Mandy was kind of like, look, man, this is my man. This is who I'm going to be with. And here, almost 4 years later, we're together doing whatever we do. And that's how the friendship ended. For whatever reason, Sam could not be okay with us. That's all. I mean, you guys remember seeing it all and would start going for me on streams all of a sudden. Mandy said, you're not going to do that to my man. Friendship ended. Yeah. Here it is 3 years later, and you try to understand how that happened and this and that, because friends were friends. But it hurt her somehow. I don't know how it hurt her or why it hurt her, but it did. And it caused her to not really be friends with Mandy anymore.
Right.
And so Mandy chose me. That's what happens, how it goes.
Yep. That's just the way that it goes. But, I mean, I'm not, they're saying about this is me now. Morgan's all the way out to lunch. Yeah, I can't be bothered with her. But I had put all of those videos on private that were about Sam and Yaba. They had pretty much, the wiretaps were on private. Everything was on private. I thought we had moved past the bullshit. Mm-hmm. So then DC says what DC says, and they start doing damage control. The people that are in here that I've seen before that got deleted that are making the comments, you guys, I know who you're in Sam and Yaba's people. As many as you want to bring on. And I'm not really, you're not going to bother me by that. You're just not. I mean, I recognize your names. You ride hard for her. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. You're not going to shake me. Mm-hmm.
They don't really care that much about you anyway. You're just kind of their lackeys.
Watch as Foodie Beauty continues to not provide the reviewable material that she does. Watch how many people they start pulling out of the woodwork and going for.
The thing is, when you start having these little YouTube feuds, you've got people who, I know as far as like Yaba's concerned, her channel and her product and her brand, that's her bottom line. And she's pretty good at it. She's pretty good at what she does. She stands when she beefs with people, with DC Media's people, and this and that. Is there a strike? Does she have a strike? Does she not have a strike? But she stands to
Sawyer.
lose way more than, say, someone like Mandi and I stand to lose for any of this stuff.
I'm surprised. I mean, hadn't watched either one of them a whole lot in recent. I obviously I have lately because they've been saying it. I'm very surprised at how Yaba derailed from the review and the kind of fun reviewing thing she does to getting just flat nasty. That has not been seen in a very long time. So that's telling that she needs something to bring in the cash. And it's whatever. Review us if you want to.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
nobody cares, but you can.
We were kind of like talking about it, just from, we've all been in this drama community for a while. And I would go back to the fact that Yaba does a really good channel. She's not real good in the drama. She gets spun real easy. She's really easy to troll. And she's real easy to get worked up. So that's where Sam comes in. Sam's really good with drama. She's really good in the trenches of the drama. Yaba is not. I mean, she's thrown off the center, thrown off her game very easily. We're seeing it now. But the bottom line is that is their bottom line. This is what they are doing to try to make an income. Much like DC Media and Negs. It's their beef. They're going to destroy each other. Why this channel here, it's not our bottom line at all. Not at all.
No, just serious, Michaela.
Yeah. So there is that. I mean, they can get spun and come our way and say whatever. I mean, we've been down and dirty with her before. We brought what we had to do to back her off, and she had to take several seats a couple years ago.
And I refuse to get dirty with her again. She knows what I have and what she knows all that. I'm not going to get in the trenches with her. I'm just not. And the funny thing is, at separate times, I was friends with both of them. I was friends with Yaba when she didn't like Sam after Sam and I had ended her friendship. And then I was friends with Sam on 2 different occasions. Once before, we tried to make it work again and it didn't work. I've always said this. If they appear to be happy and in love, they're living together, they do whatever, that's fine. Don't let people convince you that you need to go balls to the walls because a creator that makes a comment to the extent that I may or may not be about to do something, I might be going on panel, when you have no idea that that's the truth.
It's true.
Or that it was ever said. You know what I mean?
People are gunning for them.
Yes.
And people are gunning for DC. You can see it when you're on the periphery watching them go back and forth.
Hey, Yoga.
They're going to take each other down. It doesn't really hurt us at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like whatever. When Mandy's like, you see this? I was like, yeah, what's that bullshit? It was about time that Sam was going to, you can only keep that cycle around so long.
Thank you, girl. I see that. Thank you, Presley.
Oh, thank you, Presley.
Thank you.
When they first got together, I truly thought Yaba was going to keep Sam away from this type of thing. But everybody's got a cycle. It's just how fast does it spin? We were talking about it. I used to hang out with Negs a little bit. I know him a little bit, just a little bit. He's got a cycle that he goes through with his behavior, and he's kind of doing. And we know each other this much.
And that's another thing that people have totally wrong. I don't have any ill will towards Negs or anything else. Negs, I'm not fond of Negs, and I don't think he's fond of me. That's okay. Mm-hmm. That's okay. They've got their relationship. If it makes them happy, for real. If anybody finds love and they are fulfilled and happy and that's their soulmate, I think that's fantastic. And that's what I thought had happened with Yaba and Sam was the reason they weren't going for old people. Like they weren't people that they had prior friendships with. They kind of left that alone. Mm-hmm. They did their thing and they did the reviews and stuff. It's very, very strange to me because a few things were said on a live stream that I rarely have commented in, got them upset to the point that they have gone this far. Now, like I said, there are people that follow them that come in here and say whatever. That's just the way that it goes. Mm-hmm. That we don't have people that we send out to harass and but like I recognize the names. There's nothing that you can say that's going to shake me. I've seen you try it all tonight, and nothing's going to shake me.
And the bottom line is just like those other two.
Right, Karen.
Just like those, they've got each other.
Kathleen.
Mandy's got me. I have been through it in the past with all the drama and this and that. I ain't gonna let. I said one thing to Mandy, a couple things when we were talking. He said, "How's this one?" I said, "First of all, it's whatever. All we're gonna do is stand to continue to be relevant. We got 2 or 3 different channels talking about us right now,
and that made me smile.
And it's like,
look,
so
we have 103 people right now.
When's the last time that's happened?
But for what?
And I said, for what? I said, but I said this to Mandy. I said, but what? But listen to me here, babe, sweetie. If you not listen to anything else, we will not make this an away game. If this becomes drama, they can come to our home. It'll be a home game for us. We're not leaving the comfort of where we are. Because here's why. This YouTube is not paying our bills.
No.
It is for other people.
And I have a respect for that. If
yeah,
it's that's bills,
the whole point. It's like, why would you come slumming around when you have so much to lose if people come for you and do whatever and do this and strike your channel and this and that. I mean, you can call my work and I have to leave that job. It's not going to hurt us that bad. I've got enough going, with financially with this and that. But it's not, so this is not our bottom line. But it's odd because we know it is for them. We know it is. Right. They'll say it. They'll tell you that. And when I've talked to Negs, when I was friends with him, he told me straight up, this is what I do. This is how I pay my bills. This is how I take care of little Negs. I'd sat right here at his house and talked about that.
And this is the second time this has happened. It happened with someone who, when a comment was made that there was a sum of money owed and was kind of vague about it, and that the person decided that it was me, that it came from me and had to do with me. So that friend goes ape shit crazy because they got trolled by someone who didn't care for them. And so it that's what I'm saying. It's like completely around the entire thing. Does that make sense?
It does. And I said another thing to Mandy too.
That's not the right address. By the way.
By the way. That's not it. Try again.
It was.
But like with DC, was kind of going after them and they're going back. And all of a sudden, when Mandi ATX's name got brought up, all of a sudden, that got Sam and Yaba feeling some sort of way. And that's where DC, everybody saw that and they started going for that. So for whatever reason that this woman here makes you feel some kind of way and gets some kind of reaction, it's a little telling, and it should be flattering for Mandi. I mean, she's like...
Yeah, I mean, when someone is like, okay, so when someone is bothered to the point that they want a reaction so bad that they dox addresses, they dox my daughter's address. I'll just say it's that. It's not anymore. That shows a level of desperation of wanting to shut the person up. Right? You want to drop something in this chat so earth-shattering that it'll kind of put me back in my box. I'm not your threat. Sean and I do our little vlog. Apparently we stay relevant. Other people say things. I'm not a threat to your racket that you have going on right now. I mean, that's all I can say. So when people come in and dox kids and do things like that, it doesn't make your point or your, I guess, flat out paranoia that someone's going to take down your what you've got going on. It doesn't make that any less. It makes you guilty of doxing kids. Period. I mean, end of story. That's all it does. But it seems to be exclusively characteristic of the ones that follow those right there. They thrive off of the making fun of the way Chantel looks, making fun of who she dates, making fun of, and I've said this from the beginning, if that's your racket and it doesn't get you thrown off, it doesn't get you thrown off. But that's basically what you make it, and the people that come into your chat and support that and call her names and super chat you so you can call her names, that is a group of people that I guarantee you in their real life, they don't act like that. They don't act like that. They come on here and they do that, and they snicker about it. Half of them are probably 500 pounds, just like the two of you are. And Sean and I have always said it. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Just leave us alone. If you don't get trolled by people saying that I'm involved in something that I'm not, because you know what happens? You keep nipping and you keep nicking, you keep nipping, and you ended up making connection with Arabia.
Well,
I don't
she's
have
back.
to do it.
I mean, she's basically like,
she's got way more beef with
and she knows what's going on too. I mean, I just sat there. We talked to her for a little bit when we were on the way to see my dad, and it's like, yeah, this is what's going on, and it put a lot of things into perspective about when people sell out a certain life to have another life, and what they throw behind and what they flush down. I mean, it's like, look, just that's not for us to beef with. We just, if they discuss over there whatever they want to discuss or panel up, that's it.
And there seems to be notably a disconnect. Thank you. A disconnect.
Thank you, Tammy.
In what's being said within that relationship over there on the underground. Because Yaba said that Arabia's a derelict. She sleeps on her disabled daughter's couch. No, she doesn't.
She doesn't.
She stayed there for a week while she
Right.
waited to move into her place, which
Right.
is nearby. And oh, by the way, she's doing private care nursing.
Yep.
So
she's got a real gig. You know,
what's being told to you, Yaba, to keep this whole situation in check? Take it at face value, because it's not what's really happening. I don't think your woman's telling you everything.
Well, and here's the one thing that Arabia said is, I'm driving because it's the gals just talking and it's me just driving along. The thing is really telling is like what she said is Sam has got her thinking, and it's got her in her and in this, and that's good. And it's a little bit amazing how long she's kept her there. But sooner or later, things are going to start catching up, and then. I mean, and if they're really meant to be together, then they'll work through those things. Mandi and I know the things that we had to go through. We had to actually go through divorces. We had to actually do those things we had to actually, make amends with certain family members and stuff like that, and make sure that everybody knew that our relationship was going to be what it is. I mean, your ghosts will come find you sooner or later, and that's what Arabia's basically said.
Right, and I don't know, how much Yaba, about the protection order that she took out against Arabia.
Oh yeah, this I never could wrap my head around this. You want to say
the only reason she was able to take out that type of restraining order is because she told the judge that they were in a sexual relationship.
I mean, I thought
they
that
were lovers.
When that happened, it's like, oh, hey, babe, you remember that girl that was stalking me or whatever? Well, I got the protection order. Really? How'd it work? Yeah, I just said I was sleeping with her. Really? How does that work?
That's the only way she got that tight. That's the only way for her to get that tight. Did you know that, Yaba? Did you know she said that? She probably told you she was scared that Arabia was going to beat her up and come near your kids and whatever. No, that had nothing to do with it. She took it out because she said she was a scorned lover.
And guess what else is up? That order's gone.
The order's gone.
That order's gone.
Yep. So, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot that you have been told, Yaba, that just from what I know about what I know that goes on through Arabia, because she's not, you know darn well that she knows more than you think she does about what goes on in your family, Samantha.
If you guys remember, go way, way back. If you're OG drama community, you'll remember this. But you remember way back when Yaba was still doing things with Katie, with Miss Fucking Wonderful, remember? And they came up with the drama community, or the drama, I don't know if it was the drama is not for straight men. Do you remember that? And it was like, it's whatever. But as the years have passed, you kind of understand that what was meant, though, is that you don't get the same reaction from everybody. What works for people doesn't work for everybody. And so you can just take that and let that marinate for a while. Some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That people use certain energies to maneuver. And when it was said, about Mandi and this and that, and you've got certain people that are extremely jealous about just YouTube relationships and stuff like that.
Because that's all we're talking about.
That's all we're talking about. And it's nothing more, it's nothing less, but it's enough to drive some people up the wall. And Mandi likes me and my type. And it's so that type of energy doesn't work with her. And never did. She was never interested in anybody that way. She likes dudes. This is what she likes. Yeah. So when that started to come forefront, and a lot of gals here like to use that, it doesn't work with Mandi ATX. I was going to say it in a more crude fashion, but I don't have to. You guys know.
I'm pretty sure that I know my
dumb ass came walking along, and she fell head over heels flat on her face for me right away. So whether that's a good thing or not a good thing, but it is a thing. That's the right way to say it?
That's exactly how to say it.
Yep.
I talk to Arabia not about the two of them very often, but I talk to Arabia on a I guess every 3 months or so. I don't think that's Yaba. I think that was probably just to troll Yaba. But
and it shouldn't be Yaba, because if Yaba was to actually come in here, it's proving everything that we're talking about.
And I would hate to think that Yaba would say, "You two crackheads." Girl, I have seen pictures of you and Sam when your camera was on. Yeah. Y'all are so blitzed. I don't know if it's just weed or what it is, but you're completely out of your mind.
Yeah.
So with all due respect.
And need a shower too.
Yeah, I need a shower too. I'm just like... But yeah, I got caught up or whatever. I don't have it in me to talk about all of the mole that you have in your brood there, Samantha. The non-YouTube brood. But it's you got a mole. You definitely got a mole. Yeah, I don't think it was Yaba either.
Yeah, Danny, you're right. You're right. Danny remembers it was directed at Negs. It was, but it was also a blanket statement. It was kind of, because Katie would keep bringing it up. And if you remember, Mandi was also friends with Katie. Pretty good friends with Katie as well.
Hey, Stream Mom.
So, yeah, it just, you look back at something like, how long ago was that? 2016, 2000. That's half a dozen years ago when all this stuff was going. We've been here. We all been here, most of us. And we kind of find our niches and stuff like that. I just thought it was very interesting and very amusing that the mention of ATX talking to DC media about anything would spin people up. But it's not the first time that Mandi name being invoked has given that much power. If you remember when we were living in Texas, do you remember when Mandi was talking to, what's her name? The true crime.
Laura Perplexed?
Yeah. Remember when she was talking to Life Perplexed and was talking about the DC in the middle of the night, and Yaba, Sam, Wendy, and Diane all went live. It made them go live at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Do y'all remember that?
It said, let's revisit ATX or something like that.
I don't know if you guys remember. Do you? I was working at Randall's at the time. And it was like something about Mandi ATX name being involved or something is extremely powerful. I mean, it makes people, some of these gals flip out. Like,
yeah,
what power does she have? She's just one chick in the DC that's, living her best life domesticated in the North Georgia mountains right now. That's all it is. I mean, we come on every night that we can to talk to about 40 of our friends, and that's literally all we do. And retaliate a little bit to some other crap that's coming our way.
Yeah.
But it was amazing how this has started to, like, I was, Mandy had to be like, calm down, Sean. It's like, wow, this is interesting. Let's jump right back in. It's, no. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
I mean, just the main point is just you have your beef with DC Media and take it for what it is. She's talked to Arabia. That little gag order thing is over. She can
You
talk
wanted
to whoever
that,
she
and that's
wants.
what you wanted, because when ATX was like, "Oh, I'm here," blah blah blah, 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 so okay, we'll give you what you want. We'll give you that.
So just be happy. Go review your people. Review your people. If you want to review us, go ahead and review us. I think that it's unbelievable that how many does Yaba have? 40,000? 30,000?
Yeah, all built
Sam's put
predominantly
together 9,000. Y'all being pissed off at me and talking about me and us has put 110 people in my chat.
Yep.
They may be hate watchers.
DC Media
I don't
says it
know.
all the time. I've heard her say that before, that when she weighs what she's
Yes.
going to say about people or go for people or this or that, she has to say, you know, me doing this is going to give them more. I've always said it too. It's like when people talk about you, people are going to come over to see you.
That's my
You know,
point. Yeah. That's why I always say, love me, hate me, just keep talking about
People
me.
seem to think that if they give people a really good dragging, that it somehow humiliates them or makes them feel bad. No, it makes them relevant. We've got some crackhead over in North Carolina that can't stop talking about us. Keeps us relevant. And guess what? People come over and take a look at us all the time, and then they end up staying. And it's just the way drama goes. And there's a lot of people that go from drama to drama to just try to keep their channel going by staying in beefs. That is a way to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I can appreciate, Yaba, that you and Sam make your money doing this. I hope it keeps being lucrative. Hopefully, Foodie Beauty stops being a boring, domesticated wife and starts raging for you again and doing, silly things so that you can make fun of her. She seems to be pretty happy, though. And most people, truth be told, would not... would just find something. But I mean, if you have enough subs, you can find something else to do. What is that thing, picking barnacles off sea turtles or whatever? Katie had like 2 million views on that.
2 million views from that.
Yeah.
And I was at one time, I remember when it was Yaba was in my comment section, and I was like, yeah, she's got no content. She got 1 million views. I guess she did.
Yeah.
I guess she did. I mean, Foodie Beauty, if you like her or you don't like her, she is in this genre of YouTube drama type stuff. She's the best troll there is. She's one of the best trolls I've ever seen. She's gone ahead and moved to a different country and everything and keeps it rocking. And yes, Yaba has built her channel predominantly off of her. She owes her a huge Christmas present every year.
I'm going to explain it to you, okay? It says you left a DC a comment that said you basically had the receipts, but I saw your YouTube post that you said, leave me out of the drama. I'm not watching.
So
let me tell you.
what?
No, let me tell you something. I do have the linchpin.
Yeah.
I've had it. She knows I have it. I'm not going to go into it any more than that. But I have not, and do not want that that batch of cookies to be dissipated. I just want Sam and Yaba to keep my name out of their mouth. DC and I are not one person. I didn't even know who DC Media was until she started dating Negs. No clue.
What was the thing that got us to notice DC? She said that I met you in the green room of Dr. Phil.
That was the only reason.
She got it confused, so we were like,
and she said, hey, my bad, I got it wrong. She said that I was Wendy and we met in the green room, and that's when it started. No love lost for Negs at all. And I wish him well. I hope he's happy. Don't really know a whole lot about DC. I do want to be left out of the drama. But if you don't think I have anything, okay.
I mean, it was enough to get her up out of her coffin for sure and go, ATX, woo. Yeah. But I mean, it's, I don't know. When you got abandonment issues, people come creeping back in and it makes you feel some kind of way. But it's just, you just need to leave it alone. Yeah. I mean, we said what we said. And these people that come in, they go, well, you said this, ATX. She said what she said. She said what she said. So be it.
Yeah. I mean, she knows what I have. She knows the tin of cookies I have. Mm-hmm. It's hard to play that thing because it's a very sticky slope. What that is specifically.
Yeah, we would probably, rightfully so, take a rash of crap if that came out, and we would deserve it. And we would deserve it.
Yeah, but when you have to still pay for your weed.
No, it's true.
And it's not very good.
Still have to pay for it. Damn.
Still.
Now we just change that. Talk about the eye washing station.
I know.
Damn.
Just saying. You're like, that's what I thought. You got nothing. Oh no, she knows I have it. Yeah. She knows I have it.
I'll stay.
Her youngin' knows I have it.
I will take several seats and stay all the way down out of that, and I'll just yank my woman away from it when it's there.
I know.
It needs to be.
Because life, at the end of the day, carries on. This is YouTube now, but it's not YouTube for them because it's their living.
That's my biggest point.
That's the flip side of this whole thing.
That was my biggest thing. What I was kind of like, because we know they make no qualms about it, and also with Negs. I mean, when he lost his channels on YouTube, it hurt him. It hurt him, and he would admit that. He would admit that. DC Media girl has come in. They've fallen in love, and she's, standing him up and brushing him off, and they're going to go do whatever it is that they're going to do. And he's back or whatever because of her. Great. That's their bottom line. Yaba will make really no qualms about the fact that this is how she provides for her young'uns, and if that's it, I would stay all the way off of that for her. Because if that's what she's doing for her livelihood, to raise her kids and to do that and to pay the rent, I don't want to. Why would anybody want to mess with that? They're diving in and grabbing a hold of people and making trouble for themselves. It's weird, but it's interesting too.
And at the end of the day, the receipts that I said I was going to get over to her is Arabia. She knows way more and cares way more about this silly situation
and has
than I do.
It might have some reason. It might have some reason.
She's got more recent.
She's got reason to be, because that was some slimy, low down crap that Sam pulled on her. Yeah. But she seems to do that with all her friends.
Hey, William. Yeah, we're gonna still be back here the next time. We're not going anywhere.
Stitching Girl, I've been following your comments. Stitching Girl's right. They're coming out. Reaction channels need to find more interesting crazy. They're going to say soon you can only review a creator 3 times a week.
Yep.
So instead of 5 times a week or whatever it is, you can only do 3 times. And you better be able to move all the way off it, because that creator that you're reviewing is going to be able to. They're going to have a little bit more leeway to say like, this is what they're doing. This is what they're saying.
I think what really bothers Yaba is that Foodie Beauty and DC are now on good terms. Chantel goes into DC's chat and talks. That's got to be hard to see, because DC used to be a reaction channel too. So now she's got Sala and Chantel in their chat. Now, you could even interviewed her the other day. Take that for what it is. But I think that's where the animosity comes from, because your meal ticket is now made friends with someone else. And she's not, the cash cow is gone. And I don't think that Chantel is going to backslide. You might want to find someone else. You want to make me a little cow? Make me a local.
Yeah, we'll
see how that works for you.
Our channel will just grow.
No, but I mean, like,
yeah, I know. It's like,
I don't think I'd do anything crazy enough.
No.
To be a fun one, anyway.
YouTube is. I remember when I first started my channel back when I was living in the condo, and I didn't review put anything on there, but I would, we would talk about YouTubers like Shoe Nice and Crazy Vapor. They were doing stuff on camera, like drinking to blackout. From 2016 to now, as YouTube's evolved a little bit, it's getting harder and harder to do shock value type of stuff. And now they're kind of cracking down on reviewing people's content. So who knows where it's going? That's why Mandi and I will sit here with our little channel, ATX and Tomahawk, and sit here and talk to you guys every night for an hour. And it works for us, and it works for the
It
people
works
that
for
like to
that.
watch us.
So if you're tuning in because you heard whatever you heard, subscribe. We have chickens.
We have chickens.
Sometimes we make funnies. Sometimes
we have a chicken that can't walk. You know, we're going to
Yeah.
try to figure out how to raise that chicken up to adulthood.
This year we're going to be making a baby. That might be
Yep.
fun to watch.
That's really the only thing that we haven't done that we've
That's in
told you
progress.
guys that we were going to do. Everything else we've pretty much done.
Yeah.
You know,
And with that,
we do it without a secondary screen to review stuff. We do it with, it's just us.
It's
just us.
I mean, if we were to do reactions, it would be over things like cute cats or cats getting mad or stuff like that.
Hey, have you guys ever seen Twins, the new trend? You know, there was the two black guys, they were twins, and they would review music videos and stuff like that they'd see. They got like, when they did, what was it, In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight. Just, you can type in Twins, the new trend, all one word, Twins, the new trend. It's got like 9 million views when they reacted to that song.
Is it really?
And they've evolved.
I've seen it.
It's
Review
only
Alice.
one of them. It's only one of them now. The other twin is off doing something else, not on the channel anymore with them. But and that's an example of reviewing things just to your genuine reaction, not, you know, it was really cool.
That is very cool. I remember seeing a couple of those.
Yeah, I like watching them. They're pretty cool.
One of the, like, this will be one of the last things before we sign off. One of the things that I get told a lot, Sean gets told a lot that his color is better, that he's happier, that he's this. One of the things that is said to me a whole lot that makes me feel good is you're not the person that you were on the boardroom. You're not, you know, you still know how to be snarky and snippy or whatever, but you're not necessarily mean like you were. Can the same be said for you, Sam?
Well, I think the other thing is, and I didn't mean maybe that we needed a moment of silence when you said that, but it's not your bottom line.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. YouTube is not the. We were thinking about it for a while when we first came out, and it was like, we'll just you know, do it a different way.
Hold on, don't delete this one yet. So they shouldn't make fun of Chantel, but you just called on all her subs. You called and her subs 500. So going for a creator is bad, but people who, yeah, because Sam, Yaba, Chantel, they all weigh 500 pounds.
Yeah.
What would you like me to do? I didn't call her
He didn't say
Chubby
anything
Bunny.
like that. Yeah.
I didn't. I'm just saying.
As a matter of fact, what Job will do whenever people are really coming down on her for fat shaming is she'll kind of say it's fat on fat shame. Didn't she say that?
Something
like that. So
yeah. So no creative, but just people who watch is okay. So we're all. You can watch whatever you want. Apparently, some of you are in here right now watching. I was saying, making a point that they're all 500 pounds. Yaba's not. I mean, Chantel's not. She's lost a lot of weight in the Middle East. You can look at her and tell that she's lost weight. And I think that really chaps the hide of some people too. I don't have any beef with any of the other people that review her. I don't even have beef with Yaba and Sam. It's so long ago, and I thought we'd moved past it. But she let herself get triggered by something that DC said, and she went full force without even thinking about. And again, Sam, you and I started together in this thing. When people start saying Sam can obliterate and Sam can knock him down, you forget that I know you.
And the thing is what did she? Who was she obliterated? I mean,
exactly.
we just sit here and do drama back and forth.
But they always talk about how she's so cutthroat. She's so this, she's so that on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've known her since she did the Shitty Sam's Shitty Shit Show when she was actually her called. The other thing that I don't like to be tied into is the whole discussion about that boy that lost his life. I don't know. Julian, I don't care whether his mother, it was blood mother, Sam was his mother. I did not pay his mother to leave a comment under a video.
What was that all about?
When Sam posted the thing where I said, you know, blood, something to the extent of way back that Sam was his mother in every way that counts. Who says I don't believe that?
Right.
You went for that because someone triggered you into putting that up. DC apparently knew how to get to that button.
Yeah. That's the
and
bottom
that's
line.
what happened. And then because it sounded convenient for me to be in it, I never contacted that woman. I never contacted that woman.
It's just really
I connected
surprising.
the person that did.
It's just really surprising that when someone invokes Mandi ATX, that's any number of people get their panties tight in a bunch, and it's very powerful. If you're man, I mean, I notice it. It's like, damn, your name came up again, and all of a sudden you've got this person talking, this person doing that. I mean, if we had wanted to do a channel and been in the drama, we would have done it 2 years ago when it first took off with us. It's just not something that everything that goes with into the drama. There's a dark side of the drama community that, we've all tasted it, and some people embrace it and some don't.
Yeah.
That's it.
I agree. Stitching, you keep sending me the new people
That's right.
to watch.
We need to see more locals.
We'll keep being us.
Didn't work out too well for Letitia. She was a flash in the pan, but there'll be more to come along.
Yeah, she doesn't wear panties. And I
Who
hope
said she doesn't wear panties?
Karen said the beast doesn't wear panties.
Oh, God.
So there we go. And we will be back tomorrow.
Yay.
Probably not going to talk about this again because we said, but I guess y'all can get your other screen names together and come in and get hidden again.
I've been there, done that.
You forget who he was married to.
You forget. I've been dragged. I've had every official in Jacksonville at my front door.
You've had pictures taken of your address.
Yeah, my address. Y'all remember. I had people that I didn't even know. Is that your condo? That's my condo. I've had my kids contacted, my parents contacted. I've had DCF. I've had whatever, you name it. So I got this one by my side. And there is nothing that she and I can't deal with together. Not a damn thing. Trust me on that.
I love you.
I love you.
Y'all have a fantastic night, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
If you were, if your plan was to rogue mod and delete our people, sorry about your luck.
Sorry about your luck. We found it.
Have a good
Bye.
night.